Right, I've asked you guys to submit me some of your Pitchside photos for me to judge. And I'm going to be brutal. I'm going to be judging your photos in this old-fashioned tier list style. Champions League being the best of the best. Premier League being still very good, top-level work. And then we have decent that for photos when you look at them and you're like, decent that. And then we go to, we're getting there. And lastly, this is where you just give it up, brother or sister. We are inclusive here. Right, first one, we got Tigil. Disclaimer, if I do think your photos are shit, it's because it's my subjective opinion. Photography in general is subjective, so, you know, if I think certain photos look bad, it might look great to you or it might look great to someone else, so don't get disappointed. Having said all of that, absolutely shit. Like, what are we doing here? Why has that even been submitted to me? Come on, man. The quality is very bad, but on my Insta story, it's so much better. So you are self-aware, and how... It can't get better than this, can it?
It can.
And by the way, I'm judging your photos with composition, color grade, because I think that can really break or make your photo. And just the overall vibe, like how I feel looking at your picture. All right, next up, we have Mohammed Mehta, mm.visuals. Right, submitted quite a few. I'm not a fan of this grading, you know. Do you know what I hate the most in Lightroom is when people push the clarity slider all the way to max. I mean, you may not have used clarity, but I can see this clarity on this picture. Like, I think the composition is great. Like, this one's quite nice. This is quite nice. Again, composition is great. I feel like you're just not doing justice with your color grade, which, quite frankly, is bad. There is noise, but I don't want to bring that up just because I feel like that's not your fault. I can understand the floodlights can be quite bad in a lot of the stadiums. But considering everything, I'm going to put your pictures, I'm just going to use that as the main one, on... We're getting there. Just because I feel like that colour grade and clarity really started to piss me off. All right, next up we have... Is that Dan? That's my mate Dan. Oh. In my last 24 years on this thing called Planet Earth, this is the best picture I've laid my eyes upon. Clearly the models are doing most of the heavy lift on this picture. Obviously the one on the right. Mate, do you know what? First Champions League level photo. 10 out of 10. Right, next up, Agash. Hi, my name is Agash, photographer in Switzerland. Attach, you find the best photo I have taken this year. Let's have a look. Ooh, mate. Mate, this is bit of me, that. This is bit of me. If you know one thing about me, I love my wide angles. I mean, even for my walkout celebration and whatnot, as much as I can, I try putting my 16 to 35mm everywhere. And honestly, like, this shouts me, right? It's just beautiful. Like, the colors, the grading on this, even the balance of lighting, like the highlights are bright and the shadows are like very nice and contrasty. I mean, mate, honestly, done a great job here. Agash, you have my stamp of approval. Straight to Champions League. Straight to Champions League. That is definitely the best one we got so far. I mean, nothing can beat this here. If anything, do you know what? This needs to be above Champions League. How about that? There you go. Even better. Right, next up we have someone called Jacob Reeder from Burnley. Oh, okay. Okay, we start with black and white. Big fan of black and white. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. That is nice. Clean. Drone shot. Unbeatable. Is that snow in the back? Yeah, there's snow everywhere. Nice. Mate, do you know that's one thing I'm trying to get? Fumes off players' faces and them breathing, obviously. Clean. Nice. Nice. Do you know what? You can tell you work for a professional agency or obviously the club. Yeah, did you say you're part of your Burnley FC photographer? There you go. Yeah, you can tell you're part of the club, you're part of the professional football, you know. Made certain shots like this one and this one here, like, I just can't stop looking at that. I'm really hoping you've got this printed because this is actually beautiful. Oh, this, again, this goes straight to, this goes above Premier League. I know Burnley just made it in Premier League, but this goes, I think you guys needs to be in Champions League. At least the photography team. Don't know about Burnley. Right, next up. Oh, Ethan Bailey. I know Ethan. I met him a few times, I believe. Now, because I know Ethan, doesn't mean I'm going to be any less harsher on him. Oh my days, Ethan deserves a standing ovation. It's, again, one of the best things I've ever seen. Like, there's nothing like it. Wow. Straight to Champions League. No, but in all honesty, I was at that game as well. Ethan was definitely one of the best photographers on the pitch. I mean, even this speed shot right there, like, I was across the pitch on the day, and I remember I shot on 400mm and had to crop all the way in. I did get speed in the air, but like, this just, you can't beat this. And I was so jealous of this shot. I remember that clearly. And like, even composition, The grading, the colour of the grass so rich, and like the skin tones are beautifully done. Contrast really nice, and I think it's that shot on 7200. Looks like it, but mate, honestly, like I'm a big fan of his work. Well done, Ethan. Champions League level. Right, next up, Ahmed Kamis. Recently started photography and began volunteering to find opportunities in the field. I mean, he did say he recently started. This is nice, but at the same time, you can't see the player. Like, one thing I personally like in my photos is seeing the faces of the player. Obviously, there are certain exceptions. Yes, it's mid-action, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. The grade is nice. The grade's nice, even though the pitch is colourless. Composition done about this one. This just doesn't do anything for me. Like, again, nicely composed, I guess. Decent colour grade. I'm going to have to put it on. We're getting there. I think it's a solid start for sure, and keep going. But for now, we're getting there. Right, next up we have Irisar. Is it Iris? Iris.raw. Let me know if my photo is shit. Will do. Oh, okay. Love Anthony, first of all. Great human, but great picture, decent color grade. I don't think it's Champions League level yet. I mean, I can see potentially in your grade and stuff, but I think it might just be the environment on this specific game or this specific shot where it just doesn't have that oomph, if that makes sense. And the greens in the bottom are a bit crushed, but the greens on the shirt looks nice. So I'm gonna say you are Premier League level. Just because I do really enjoy the colours and I feel like composition is decent, I'm going to say you just about made it to Premier League. Right, next up, Brad Gay. Oh. I like that. Recently I've started getting into slow shutter, motion blur images, and this does tickle my fancies. Is that the word? Tickle my fancy, meaning. Tickle my fancy, something appeals to you. Yeah. And the lighting on this as well, greatly lit. Obviously I can tell there's some sort of masking going on, but there's nothing wrong with that. I think you've used it tastefully, so I really like that, especially the nice glow in the back, really beautiful. And then this on top. One of my colleagues uses a lot of filters in front of the cameras, and I've been trying to understand how that works and where it would be relevant to use, and I feel like you've used this beautifully during a game. Big fan of that. Champions League level straight away. Right, next up we have Tim Meakin. Huge fan of your work, thank you. Saw this from your Instagram, so I thought I'd submit one. Thank you for submitting. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. Bit of a silhouette. Nice. I think black and white is my new thing as well. I've started to really enjoy grading my stuff in black and white. I think it has to be done, again, tastefully, because you can't just press a V and then all the saturation is gone. But I think you have to do it in a right way, and Tim here has done that. Having said that, not the biggest fan of this grade. One thing that you should know about me is that I absolutely hate clarity, right? Let's get this straight. If you know me, you'll know I absolutely hate, and yes, hate people using the clarity slider anything above 30, 50, 100, right? It doesn't make photos look better. And if you are that person, F you and everything that you stand for. Anyway, think maybe a reason why you're going black and white, but I'm gonna go for black and white's for nice. I'm gonna go for decent that. Composition is great, but I feel like the saturation is slightly higher, and obviously the clarity slider has been abused here. And apart from that, I think the skin tone isn't really the nicest here. Maybe dial down again on the saturation and try bringing back the real colours of his lips and whatnot. So I think that's what's sort of holding you a little back. Just a humble opinion. Right, next up, Eden. Big fan of her work. I do know her personally as well, and I have high expectation on what she has submitted to us today. Come on. See what I mean? See what I mean? Wow. Oh, that's sharp. Oh, that is sharp. It just keeps going. Mate, I absolutely love my blues as well. Again, if you know me, you'll know I love navy and blue. You'll probably see that across my portfolio as well. Most of the colour grading I do for my videos and photos is normally blue. So this is just eye candy for me, the grade on this. Everything is done tastefully, beautifully. That straight to, without glazing too much, that goes straight to Champions League level. I was never in doubt, so yeah. 10 out of 10. Right, next up, Logan Thomson. Yes, my brother. Yes, brother. Instagram is Thomson Photography. Should be on the screen. Be brutal. That's the only 2 games I've ever shot. I will be indeed. Right, let's have a look. Let's start with what I like, right? I like the composition on this one. As I said before, fan of the motion blur. What I don't like is the lack of sharpness. Might be something to do with equipment. That's absolutely fine. Don't rush into getting and buying yourself some expensive equipment just because some random bloke on the internet said so. Grading, not the biggest fan of. I think the player's masked out and rest is darkened, so the focus goes directly into the player. Get what you're trying to do here. I don't think it works nicely here. Oh, yeah. I understand the vision, but what are we doing? What are we doing, Logan? I think practice, definitely. You will get there, but for now, just because your composition is, say, doing a lot of work for you right now, it's gonna go to, we're getting there. Because you will get there one day. Right, okay, last one, Eric Lira. Oh, wow. Wow. Wait, let me rotate that. Mate, that is class. I think there's no one single thing I can fault about this shot. It looks something out of like a video game in a good way, because the lighting, the colors, the beautiful bokeh in the background is just perfect. Mate, no, this is one of my favorite shots from today. Even the composition, the skin tones, the perfect amount of saturation, the nice glow from the shirt and his you know, highlights on the skin. Oh, this is well nice. Straight to Champions League. No question asked. Do you know what? I want to do one more. Sebastian, let's see what Sebastian has to offer. Right, so we have, oh, okay. Again, I'm gonna start with things that I like. Great composition here. And by the way, trying to get a picture of a goalie from behind, it's quite hard. And never mind like how hard it is to get keeper's reaction looking at the ball behind you mid-action and get all of that absolutely frozen. So kudos on that. But brother, great as shit. There's no other way of saying this. It's tough love. That's what this is. I think you are definitely on a right path, and the fact that like your image is nice and sharp, rightly focused, everything is bang on. I think you just need to spend more time on Lightroom. Again, this is how I feel at least. I just think the grade could be so much more better, and it would give that picture such a oomph, if that makes sense. So just for that reason alone, I think you're gonna go to decent, that mate. I think the composition and obviously what's happening in the picture is carrying loads of the weight here, but grade is letting you down quite a big time here. So I'm sorry, but someone has to say it. Right, so I think with that, I'm gonna end it here. I think one of the best pictures from this tier list, out of all of these pictures here, I mean, it has to be this one here. Like, come on, like I can't just ignore this picture. It's got Eiffel Tower, greatest models on planet, and some beautiful, beautiful typography right in front of your screen. So I think that takes the crown from all of the other pictures out there. I think everyone here should be proud of themselves. Like, everyone's done a really great job here, apart from this lad here. I don't know if that was a joke or what, but like, sorry mate if I'm offending you, but what is this? Come on. I really enjoyed making this video, and I still have about, what, 30 more submissions. So if you do want to see part 2, let me know in the comments. With that all said and done, I shall see you on the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye. Forgot my own line.